AITA for telling my current stepdad he doesn't have a special role in my wedding. My current stepdad has been in my 27F life since I was 10. This is when my mom married him. I never knew my bio father. But the man I call my dad was my first stepdad technically. He actually adopted me when I was 5. We met when I was only 6 months old and he died when I was 8. And to me he has always been my dad. Not the bio who didn't want to raise me and not my current stepdad. This was always a point of contention with my current stepdad. He wanted me to accept him as the new dad in my life, and the fact dad wasn't my bio dad was the biggest reason why he felt like it should be no big deal. But I was protective of dad's memory and the fact that blood wasn't what made him my dad. So I never liked how my stepdad acted about it. My mom tried to help but she made it worse. She acted like dad could be replaced because he died and really made me question whether she truly loved him or whether she saw people as only important while they were alive and once they're gone they'll move on to the next one. I know spouses and parents are different. But my mom spoke like you just discard the dead. There was a lot of him chasing a relationship with me that was dad and daughter and him getting mad that I was still bringing up my dad and then I didn't want him to even talk to me. I didn't want to build up a relationship with him and resented the pressure from both to just accept the new dad. It was a very messy time. My relationship with him now is more civil. But I don't have too much respect for them and still dislike they handled him coming into my life and the relationship they wanted me to have with him as well as the disregard for my dad. This all boils over now because him getting married and I chose, for my own peace of mind, to not have the normal walk down the aisle or father/daughter dance. He was expecting to be offered those things to be asked to fill in as father of the bride. And he approached me about it, which is when I told him I wasn't doing either at my wedding. He then started ranting about what his special role is supposed to be then and I said he didn't have a special role and that neither he or my mom had one. He said my dad gets one. That dad gets a whole ass seat for his photo even though he's dad and that I can't even give him, stepdad, a spot in my wedding after 17 years. Then he asked if it was about money and whether I wanted him to pay for the wedding. I said no. I want my wedding to be my way. He told me he deserves better. AITA,